Welcome, boys and girls, to your 4th grade hybrid math workbook. I am so excited to work with you, and you're going to learn so much during the course of all these pages that you're going to work on, okay? Now, parents, go ahead and take a look at the beginning of chapter 1, and please remember that for every domain that your child finishes, just go ahead and send an email and follow the instructions in the first page of chapter 1, and we're going to make certain that we send over to you a certificate of completion for that domain. So for every domain, we're going to send a certificate of completion, and at the very, very end, your child will get a certificate of completion for finishing the entire book. I'm so excited. I hope you are too. Boys and girls, I hope you're excited as well, because you're going to learn so much math from this hybrid math workbook. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at page 2 of your 4th grade hybrid math workbook. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to represent written statements as multiplicative comparisons. And these are going to be important during 4th grade because it's going to help us multiply, it's going to help us divide, and it's going to help us solve multiplication and division word problems, okay? So let's get this right now, all right? And we're going to have a lot of practice. So here it says, represent in 2 ways 8 times 7 equals 56 as verbal written statements of multiplicative comparisons. The reason I have verbal written is because like whatever you can write, you can read. So we're going to go ahead and write it, and then we'll read it, okay? So here we have 8 times 57. So the key word here is comparison. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare, and watch how I'm going to compare this. So the total number is 56. So I'm going to say 56 is 8 times as many as 7, okay? So 56 is 8 times as many as 7, okay? And the key words here is as many as, okay? So when you see as many as, that indicates that it's going to be a multiplicative comparison. We can use that for division, and we could also use it for multiplication. What's another way I can write it? The other way I can write it is 56 is 7 times as many as what? That's right, as 8. Okay, because you know your knowledge of the commutative property. Now let's take a look at number 2. Now that you kind of got the hang of this. There it says, represent in 2 ways 10 times 5 equals 50 as verbal written statements of multiplicative comparison. So how am I going to do that? That's right. I'm going to go ahead and write 50 is 5 times as many as 10. Okay, what's another way I can write it? That's correct. So we're going to write 50 is 10 times as many as 5. Okay, and let's go ahead and do one more, okay, before you guys start doing it. So there it says, represent in 2 ways 12 times 3 equals 36 as verbal written statements of multiplicative comparison. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to start with the total. It's going to be 36 is 12 times as many as 3. And the other way I'm going to write it is 36 is 3 times as many as 12. Awesome, boys and girls. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to go ahead and work on sets 1 and 2 of your 4th grade hybrid math workbook. Go ahead and write these multiplicative comparisons, and we'll see you at the next video.